Hello everyone, we're continuing on. We're about to go... We just, in the previous quest, we found an Elder Scrolls and we got a Moth Priest to read it. Now we're about to continue on.
Do you have a moment to talk? Do you have a moment to talk?
What's on your mind?
That Moth Priest, Dexian. He said we needed 2 other Elder Scrolls. I think I know where we can start looking.
Why didn't you say something earlier?
Didn't want that lot getting wind of it. Especially my father.
Does Halcon even care about you anymore?
You know, I've asked myself the same thing. I hoped that if he saw me, he might feel something again. But I guess I don't really factor in at this point. I don't even think he sees me as his daughter anymore. I'm just... a means to an end.
So where's this Elder Scroll?
We need to find my mother, Valerica. She'll definitely know where it is. And if we're lucky, she actually has it herself.
You said you didn't know where she went.
The last time I saw her, she said that she'd go somewhere safe. Somewhere that my father would never search. Other than that, she wouldn't tell me anything. But the way she said it, someplace he would never search. It was cryptic, yet she called attention to it.
Sounds like she was being cautious.
Maybe. What I can't figure out is why she said it that way. Besides, I can't imagine a single place my father would avoid looking. And he's had all this time, too. Any ideas?
Well, right here in the castle.
Wait, that almost makes sense. I used to help my mother tend a garden in the courtyard here. All of the ingredients for our potions came from there. She used to say that my father couldn't stand the place. Too peaceful.
That's pretty risky, staying around the castle.
Oh, absolutely. But my mother's not a coward. That is, I don't think we'll actually trip over her there, but it's worth a look.
How can we get in without your father noticing?
Trust me, I lived here a very long time and I know every nook and cranny. There's an unused inlet on the northern side of the island that was used by the previous owners to bring supplies into the castle. An old escape tunnel from the castle exits there. I think that's our way in.
Let's go to the castle's secret entrance then.
Come on, it's just around the side.
Sure she's not just wanting to sneak me off to some secret place? Okay, I guess I have to actually do the walking, huh? Yes. I can't follow her. I've got to do it on my own. Hey, guess what I realized? Hey, look! I forgot to put that
Yes?
stuff
What
up.
did you need?
Gosh, it's dark. Hey! Oh, I thought it was a chest.
Castle looks so big from down here. I mean, it is big, but, well, even bigger.
Did anyone else hear what she said? Okay, let's see.
Where'd you come from?
Someone's attacking. Yeah, I didn't realize I didn't have my cam up and running. Go. Oops! I thought I did. Ah, you fixed your Civil War quest. Nice, Jess. Let's see. Drop my torch.
Get it now while we can.
Once again, Night Eyes disappears.
You're not getting the best of me.
Jeez, they don't like... Die, you skeleton!
It won't end well for you.
It works better when I don't have a follower and I can actually sneak.
You're not getting the best of me.
Alright, let's continue on.
What have you got?
Well, of course, Undercroft. Yeah, the dagger I'm using is the Blade of Woe. Oops, actually, I just wasted a black soul gem. Oh well.
The old water cistern. On some days, this would smell just... We'll be glad you weren't here then.
You can't walk past me.
Who's there?
Journal fragment.
Get back here. Show yourself. There you are.
Okay, this gave me a quest, so I'm going to keep it so I can read it later. Alright, it's hard to be sneaky when all you want to do is cast magic.
Show yourself. You knew it.
Ugh. Sticky traps. Those hurt. What was that? Okay. It's like, what? It's just dripping. Ew. Let's see. A fun, if you like an RPG action style game, you should try Ys. It's, YSE, I believe. It's got really good combat. Doesn't have the best story, but the gameplay is pretty awesome. Yeah, that's the game I'm talking about. YS, yeah. Ys. Okay, you don't like JRPGs? Alright. Ooh, a chest. I almost went right by that. And I broke a lockpick. The children? Yeah, it's pretty strong. I have it. It's actually in my chest in my house. Because it has that chance to paralyze a target for 2 seconds.
Yes? What did you need?
It does cold damage and it paralyzes your opponent, so it's a pretty good weapon. No, there's a perk in a... I think there's a perk that actually increases what you can carry besides equipment. I think it's... is it in lockpicking? Nope, okay, maybe it's... Okay. I was thinking there was one. Yeah. This right here, in pickpocketing, extra pockets if you want to carry extra 100 weight. It's pretty worth it. Don't take too much to get to 50 in pickpocketing if you run around pickpocketing everybody. But it doubles the weight you can carry by default. That's the only other way besides wearing equipment that increases your burden load.
This leads out to the courtyard. Just head for the door.
You went werewolf during the war, huh, Jess? I bet that didn't end well for you.
We've made it to the courtyard. Oh no. What happened to this place? Everything's been torn down. The whole place looks, well, dead. It's like we're the first to set foot here in centuries. This used to lead into the castle's great hall. Looks like my father had it sealed up. I used to walk through here after evening meals. It was beautiful once. This was my mother's garden. Do you know how beautiful something can be when it's tended by a master for hundreds of years? She would have hated to see it like this. Wait. Something's wrong with the moon dial here. Some of the crests are missing and the dial is askew. I didn't even know the crests could be removed. Maybe my mother's trying to tell us something.
Alright, investigate.
I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial.
I guess I gotta go find the crest, eh? There's one. Alright, there's one in the water. Aha. Thanks. Let's get my torch out. Easier to see with that. Hey, there's another one. Go here, Mooncrusty, Mooncrusty. Come here, boy. Where are you? Okay. Let's see.
I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial.
Aha.
Very clever, Mother. Very clever. I've never been in those tunnels before, but I'd bet they'd run right under the courtyard and into the tower ruins. Well, at least we're getting closer. Let's go.
Alright. Down we go. Every time I go down a staircase like this, it reminds me of in Oblivion, all the Elliot ruins, because you'd always go in some way down like this. And a chain. Secret wall. Yep.
We're getting close. I'm sure of it.
You're sure of it, are you?
I've never even seen this part of the castle before. Be careful. I don't know what might be around.
I don't know, but this room doesn't look too pleasant. There's a floating bucket. It needs a friend. Ow.
We're getting close.
Bad
I'm sure
bucket.
of it.
It's like, won't go over there. Oh well.
We're getting close. I'm sure of it.
Uh-oh.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? Done and done.
Okay, that's her raised zombie. What kind of armor am I using? I am using the Ancient Shroud, or Ancient Cowl, the Ancient Shrouded Gloves, a Jester's Hat, Marthos Boots, an Amulet of Regeneration, the Nightingale Armor, and the Ring of Elude.
I knew I heard something.
Welcome back.
That'll teach you. Who's there? I knew I heard something. This won't end well for you. I still remember how to fight. Done and done.
Gotta get my torch out. Time to looky, find where I gotta go.
We're getting close. I'm sure of it. Who's there?
Well, the damage for the crossbow is 52. Oops, that's apparel. And the bolts, the steel bolts are at 10. Same as steel arrows. So I assume there's better ones. Yeah, I haven't got a Diedrich weapon yet though, besides the Blade of Woe.
I knew I heard something. Done and done. Who's there? I knew I heard something.
try switching to crossbow.
Tough day for you. Still remember how to fight. That'll teach you.
Ah, nice, Jess. Got your first skill set up to 100 on your new character.
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you.
I need more crossbow bolts.
Who's there? I knew I heard something. That'll teach you.
Sound like using a crossbow. Yeah, I'm on master.
Who's there? I knew I heard something. Come on, Stone Skin. Die! Done and done.
It's a gargoyle brute. Alright. Making some progress. Nice, this skeleton's got a lot of HP. I'm really starting to like this crossbow. I did not mean to pick up the ancient Nord bows. Alright, anything in this room? Nope. There's a chest. What's in it? Gold. Stamina. I assume there must be a switch in another room that opens that. I think something's going to attack me in this next room. It's been too quiet for too long. Look, I was right. You saw me. Ouch, you hurt. There's another one. They are full of rubies. Boots, vampire royal armor. Hey. Let's see what that armor does. Oh, wait, this weapons. Vampire royal armor. Magicka regenerates 125% faster. Nice light armor. Wow, you know what? This expansion would be great for when I restart the game after I finish it. And because I was going to do a mage playthrough. Hey, look, now I got a fancy vampire cloak. Let's put my weapon away. Oh yeah, nice. Is there any other fancy stuff? I'm gonna take a rest in a coffin. Why not? Lever. Ha! That's what I thought. Candlestick! Sweet. Wish the plates broke when you threw them. It would be awesome. Gosh, this place is a mess. Someone needs to clean up. Big fancy room. Something's gonna go down in here. Daedric Heart. Root. Fill pedestal. I have nothing to put in the pedestal. I don't know where she went. She hasn't been near me for quite a while. Requires key. Guess I gotta backtrack and find where she went. No green beret. Don't kill Parthenax. I liked him. I couldn't bring myself to kill him. I liked the way he talked. Where is she? Let's try waiting. Will she pop up? No. Okay. How far do I have to backtrack? Seriously. I don't think I could have accidentally killed her, could I? Because right now she's a quest essential. expert door. I missed this. I broke the pick. No, I don't think I had any problems with that, Jess. Come on, Master Lock. Cooperate. You've Googled and a lot of people have had issues. So, what's behind door number 1? Bunch of weapons. Hunting bow. An enchanted battle axe. Nothing of interest to me, besides a few potions. Oh no, I haven't looked up the heavy armor mod yet. I worked all today, and when I got home, when I work, I normally get home just in time to be able to start streaming at my usual time. What did that do? I don't know. Hey, there she is. What are you doing? What are you doing? She's sucking the life force from a rock. Really? Using life drain on a rock is what it looks like. And she's really focused on it too. Look at her face, so serious. I think I know of a way maybe to unstick her. Did that fix her? Yeah. I just had to knock some sense into her.
We're getting close. I'm sure of it.
What happened at the castle courtyard?
If I had to guess, I'd say the moment Mother fled the castle, Father went on a rampage. Knowing him, anything at all that reminded him of her was just destroyed.
And he just waltzed off?
It appears that way. I suppose he wanted to put the past behind him. Perhaps if he had spent more time with us, he would have recognized the beauty for himself.
Did your mother keep gargoyles here?
Not that I ever saw. My mother had a bit of a thing for magical constructs. Not what you're thinking. She just found them fascinating.
Oh, they had to throw that in there, huh? Tell me about your family.
There's not a whole lot to tell. You've already seen my father's obsession. My mother's not a whole lot better, but you'll see that soon enough.
Sound like you don't like either of them very much.
It's not that simple. I guess it never is with families, is it? What about you? What were your parents like?
We were very close. Cannot wait to see them again.
You're a good son.
Aww. The Dishonored game coming out in 2 months. I haven't heard anything about it. I'll have to look it up. So far, I've been really sucked into playing this game and haven't watched any TV or done much else. Been streaming and working. Let's see. I will try.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
Okay, let's keep going. Now, don't you dare stay down there. Come on. Okay. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Anyone catch that reference? Let's see, did that open? No, that did not open. Okay. What game are you talking about? AC, I think of Armored Core. Is that the correct game? Oh, Assassin's Creed, okay. Yeah. That's a game I need to finish up sometime soon, is finish the second one. So I can be ready for the third one coming out. Okay, I guess I just wait here for her. Okay, come on, darling. Come on. Over here.
Look at this place. This has to be it. I knew she was deep into necromancy. I mean, she taught me everything I know. But I had no idea she had a setup like this. Look at all this. She must have spent years collecting these components. And what's this thing? I'm not sure about this circle, but it's obviously something. Let's take a look around. There has to be something here that tells us where she's gone.
Yeah, all the games now have gone up to about $60. There's only a few companies that'll actually release them lower than that for a computer now. What exactly are we looking for?
My mother was meticulous about her research. If we can find her notes, there might be some hints in there.
Notes. Your mother maintained quite a laboratory.
I had no idea her laboratory even existed. She had an alchemy set up in her drawing room, but nothing that even comes close to what's here.
Yeah, but they didn't only just start the $60 trend, they started the pay for lots of tiny little DLC that comes out the day of a game's launch, which isn't no fun at all. What did she research?
Looking at the equipment and materials, it looks like she was trying to advance in necromancy.
To what end?
I don't know. Certainly not longevity. Kind of a waste of time for a vampire. I remember she used to keep a small journal. See if you can dig it up.
Okay. Let's go see. Journal, journal, journal. There's a lot of stuff to look around in this room. Perhaps it's on that alchemy table. Journal. Journal. Let's see, there's a pearl. Let's see. Small pearl. White caps. Enchanting altar. Hey look, I've done no enchanting. Disenchant, do I have anything? I don't want to destroy that. That I planned on disenchanting. Maybe over here. Book title, The True Nature of Orcs. The True Nature of Orcs. Oh, funny. Okay. Come on. Where are those notes? Hey, look! Her journal! Alright. The 27th of Last Seed. Archon's short-sightedness is becoming a serious problem. I've warned him time and time again that his foolish prophecies would not cast too far much light on our people, and he refused to do so much as to listen to a word I say. I'm becoming less a wife and more of a annoyance in his eyes. Devoting attention to my work is the only solace I can find while enduring his ridiculous crusade. The 28th of Last Seed. I've had a breakthrough today. I'm able to was able to attune the portal vessel to the soul cairn properly by using a small sample of ingredients. Although the portal is opened only for a few seconds, I am confident that with the proper formula I can sustain it indefinitely. I feel like I am missing the key ingredient, something of sufficient potency can resist the forces trying to prevent my intrusion. Computing with the ideal master has proven worthless. They can speak in riddles. I guess that was communing, not computing. Offer no assistance whether I ensure them a steady supply of souls or not. If I am to escape Harthon's clutches, I need to keep the portal open long enough to carry me away from here, forever if need be. 3rd of Hearthfire. It's done. After wasting thousands of gold coins and components I've discovered how to sustain the portal, I am listing the components below. Without the proper amount for my own protection, a secondary precaution As a secondary precaution, I am combining my own blood into the formula, which should prevent anyone from being able to duplicate it and following me into the soul cairn. The formula consists of finely ground bone meal, purified void salts, soul gem shards, using the proper measurement, or using the proper measurements, place the above in the silver lined portal vessel, and add blood as an active ingredient. It will make my way into the portal to Soulcairn tomorrow after gathering my things and preparing for a potentially lengthy exile. More importantly, I must enact my plans with whatever her daughter's name is, Cernata, and get her to follow to Dim Hollow Crypt as soon as possible. Alright. Now let's go talk to her.
Any luck yet?
Yes, a little bit.
Any luck yet?
I found your mother's notes.
You did? Let me see them.
What is this Soulcairn that she mentions?
I only know what she told me. She had a theory about soul gems, that the souls inside of them don't just vanish when they're used. They end up in the soul cairn.
So why did she care where the soul went?
The soul cairn is home to very powerful beings. Necromancers send them souls and receive powers of their own in return. My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel to the soul cairn itself.
If she made it there, will she... If she made it there, we'll find her.
That circle in the center of the room is definitely some type of portal. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give us safe passage into the soul cairn.
What do we need?
A handful of soul gem shards, some finely ground bone meal, a good bit of purified void salts. Oh, damn it.
What's wrong?
We're also going to need a sample of her blood, which, if we could get that, we wouldn't even be trying to do this in the first place.
You share her blood.
Not bad. We better hope that's good enough. Mistakes with these kind of portals can be gruesome. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get started.
Are all these ingredients here?
Oh, definitely. Mother would have plenty of those materials in her laboratory. We just need to find them.
Okay. Gather soul gem shards. Gather purified bone meal. Gather void salts. Oh, you know, I see this. It says imp stool. I don't picture mushrooms when I think of imp stool. Fire salts. I need void salts. Chicken's egg. Fire salts, frost salts. There's void salts. Wow, a big purified void salts. Aha. Black soul gem. There's a fragment, 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 fragment. Greater soul gem. Nice. Black soul gem, fragment. Hey look, soul gem shards. Okay. Just need to find purified bone meal. There's bone meal. Skill book. Hey, lockpick. Another. Where could we? I haven't got everything yet, have I? Nope. I need to find ground bone meal.
Having trouble finding those ingredients?
Anything you can tell me about the Soul Cairn?
The Soul Cairn is a tiny sliver of oblivion, the realm of the Daedra. It's ruled by unseen beings known as the Ideal Masters.
So was your mother fascinated by
Honestly, I don't know. Necromancers are always interested in souls, though, so that probably has some kind of interest.
it? What exactly are the Ideal Masters?
Nobody really knows. As far as I've heard, no one's seen them and returned to Tamriel to tell about it.
And how are you sure they even exist?
I've heard stories. Stories about fools that manage to communicate with them. You give the Ideal Masters souls, they give you powers to summon the undead. It's all very businesslike.
Fools? Why did you say that?
Because most of the stories end with the Ideal Masters duping the necromancers, who end up dead or wishing they were dead.
Alright, okay.
And they shouldn't be that hard to find. Shelves, tables, they should be easy to find. She wouldn't have hidden them.
Yeah, it should be easy to find, but I just can't find the one that has the bone meal. Hmm. Hey! Aha! Thanks! Oh, I become blind sometimes playing this game. At the end of the Thieves Guild quest line, I searched for 45 minutes and missed the 2 levers to open the door. Or not levers, chains. Okay, let's see, go over here.
Get the ingredients in that
Could also be that I've been up for a long time today.
Well, and let me know when you're ready.
Fill the portal vessel.
Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood.
Alright, I guess she's giving me a chance to save. Alright.
Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood.
Can I ask you something first?
Of course. What is it?
What will you do if we find your mother?
I've been asking myself the same thing since we came back to the castle. She was so sure of what we did to my father. I couldn't help but go along with her. I never thought of the cost.
Sounds like she did everything for your sake.
Possibly. I guess even a vampire mother is still a mother. She worried about me. About all of us. But she wanted to get me as far away from my father as possible before he really went over the edge.
We won't know until we find her.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I just didn't expect anyone to care how I felt about her. Thank you. Are we ready then?
Let's get that portal open.
All right. Here goes. By the blood of my ancestors. She actually did it. Created a portal with a soul can. Incredible.
Ooh, shiny portal. Slow motion walk. Make it dramatic. Hey, look, it's a dwarven spider. Started beyond death, huh?
Look at the sky. What kind of place is this?
Dorothy?
Let's keep
I
moving.
don't think we're in Kansas any longer.
Watched. I'd heard stories about the Soul Cannon, but never thought I'd see it myself. So far, it's about what I imagined. Look at the sky. What kind of place is this? I feel terrible for the dead who end up here for eternity. It seems awful, like they're still suffering.
Hey, look, it's a soul. Let's talk to the soul.
Get out while you can. I feel terrible for the dead who end up here for eternity. It seems awful, like they're still suffering.
What's this? Will that go ouchie? Nope, okay. Doesn't hurt.
Where'd you come from?
Bone Man! Oh,
Done and
well,
done.
she killed him pretty easily. Harvest Soul Fisher. What does it say? Nice. Is this like the way to fill soul gems? Must be. No, I don't have a weapon texture mod. At least I don't think I do. I'm not sure. I've got a lot. Yes, I have the high resolution textures. I wish they would have released a DirectX 11 patch that featured tessellation and everything. I'm still holding out hopes that they will. I like tessellation. It makes stuff so bumpy. It makes flat brick walls.
Where'd you
Actual
come
bricks. Yeah, so did Crisis 2. He's got black bones. Wish they had the helmet of Gladiator. Where's my ebony bow? I guess I dropped it.
I'm gonna have to kill you. Again!
Hey, look, it's another soul.
That sky feels like I'm being watched. Can't stand it anymore.
What in the world? That horse.
Well, look what we have here. Someone with flesh on their bones.
What's the matter with you?
Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a whole coven of necromancers. How in the name of Zenithar was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer?
So that's how you got here.
You got it. Horse, wagon, and all. Plopped here without so much as a word. I used to be one of the best traders in High Rock, you know. Well, people would track me down just to see what I had for sale.
Got anything left?
Very funny. And what exactly are you going to pay me with? Take a look around. Gold doesn't exactly win you any friends around here.
Hmm. There must be something you want.
I'll tell you what. I appreciate what you're trying to do, so I'll play along. The only thing I see around here in abundance are soul husks. You know, those ugly fungus-looking things growing out of the ground. Bring me, say, 25 of them, and you can rummage through what was left on my cart.
Fair enough. What do you have?
Odds and ends I've gathered over the years. Well, used to gather, before all of this nonsense happened to me. Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal. If you have the husks.
I don't have 25 husks.
No husks, no sale. Guess you have some scavenging to do.
Let's keep moving.
Let's give you quests. Nope.
We're
Okay.
being watched.
Oh, I leveled up. When did that happen? Of course, more health. It's always good to be healthy. Nice. How much damage does my weapons do now? 34. 31, not bad. Oh wait, where is she? I don't see her. Oh well. I wonder what the soul husk looks like. I haven't seen any. Ah, there's one.
Where'd you come from? Stay.
Jeez.
Kill the beast.
Can't see him.
Stay back.
falling off a ledge. No. I didn't use any initiation trait to raise the shadow resolution. Or whatever, you know, that file type I'm talking about. That just was not working as a vampire lord. Still can't fix your shadows? They're really bothering you, huh? There's someone else down here. Let's kill them. This place looks like it's big. It's going to take quite a while to explore.
I'm not gonna die like this.
Overburdened. When did I pick up a plate? What did I pick up that weighs 10? It's a weapon of some sort. How did I get Dragonbane back? I thought, well, I guess I've been carrying it around this whole time. Oh, Ancient North Bow. Ah, that's what did it. Brighten the game up any. Oh, brightness is all the way up. Okay, finally made it to our destination, it seems. And there's some sort of invisible force field. I can't go forward. Can I go around? Nope. Yeah, I'll stream my mage playthrough after this.
Mother? Mother!
You can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to complete the prophecy our way, not his.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire of mixed blood is in the company of my daughter?
She called me a vampire of mixed blood. I've been keeping her safe. I saved her from your foolish plan, woman. I'm just here for the Elder Scroll. I care for nothing else. I've been keeping her safe.
Safe? You call bringing her here safe? Has she explained nothing to you? Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That's why I'm here. For the Elder Scroll.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
How does Sinara fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. You survived the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Sinara underwent this ritual willingly?
It was expected of her, just as it was expected of me. Being selected as an offering to Molig Bal is an honor. She wouldn't have dared turn her back on that.
So the tyranny of the sun requires Sinona's blood?
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
So you're saying Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I would never allow that to happen.
And how exactly do you plan on completing the prophecy without the death of my daughter?
I don't know, maybe another 20 minutes or so? Gotta get up early in the morning. I'll kill Harkon. I need your help. Perhaps death is destined. I'll kill Harkon.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans?
I'll probably stop once I reach the next stopping point in the quest. Let's see. So, Nero's opinion in this.
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. You see the tyranny of the sun as your chance at deification. And like Harkon, you won't hesitate to destroy anything that stands in your path.
And Sinara believes in me. Why don't you?
Serana? This stranger may call himself a vampire, but he knows nothing of our struggle. Why should I entrust you to him?
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Oh, Serana, if you'd only open your eyes the moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you too. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Do you have the Elder Scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
What do we need to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
We'll return soon.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him.
Sweet.
The
Dragon.
Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
How did you become imprisoned here?
When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place.
What happened to the bargain?
I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here.
They tricked you.
The Ideal Masters unleashed their Keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins.
Having a hard time turning the Xbox off, huh, Jessica? You became trapped?
Unfortunately, yes. Since the Keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach.
You've been imprisoned here for all this time.
Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game, each watching the other to see which will give in.
Who are the Ideal Masters?
I know very little about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the Soul Cairn, controlling every aspect from its fabric to its appearance.
What do they resemble?
Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the Soul Cairn. I believe there's more to it than that.
How so?
I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence.
And the crystals?
Conduits, through which the Ideal Masters speak to their underlings and feed on their victims.
Funny, Jess. What would they require sustenance?
The ideal master's weakness is their insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the soul cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining with them.
What do the masters provide in return?
The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra. However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the ideal masters wind up here as harvested souls.
If I leave the Selkarn, can I safely return?
As you've been traveling in the soul cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the soul cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
Why haven't you pursued the prophecy?
Harkon's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish, and never again fear the tyranny of the sun. What he fails to realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition.
What sort of attention?
If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated.
So you prefer living in the shadows?
I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future.
Yeah, and every guild in the game, right?
Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
Yeah. You liar.
I'm glad you're here. And the sooner we get out of this place, the better.
How are you feeling after talking to your mother?
Relieved, I think. All those things have been building for a while. You have no idea how long I wanted to say that to her.
Why, did you ever agree to her plan?
Look, I loved my father, but when he found that prophecy, that became his life. Everything else, even me and my mother, we just became clutter. I was close with my mother, but she just kept feeding me her opinions of him, and eventually I started believing them.
She doesn't seem too fond of
The
him.
moment we gave ourselves to Molik Ball, things got really icy between them. They were both drunk with power, and pulling in different directions. And then he found that prophecy, and that was it.
And you were caught in the middle.
I was. Honestly, it took me up until now to figure out that my mother was really just as bad as he was. He was obsessed with power. She was obsessed with seeing him fail. It was just so toxic. Maybe I could have seen this coming. We could all be better off now.
Sounds like they were both being selfish.
Definitely. You must think my life has been so strange. It sounds like your family wasn't nearly as fractured as mine. Anyway, we should keep moving.
Yes, time to move on. Alright. Time to go kill the keepers. How far are they? Is there a map? Nope. No local map either? Okay, yeah, I can get a local map. Not much help. Hey, you want to hear a joke? Okay. Can't think of any skooma jokes, but let's see. How about a StarCraft 2 themed one, eh? A zealot, a Terran, or well, let's see. A zealot, a marine, and a zergling go into a bar. And the zealot says, "My wife for hire." Ow! He hurts.
Where'd you come from?
Did not see me. Run. Hide. Elaine. Oh, no, she took care of him. Oops. Hey. I gotta find his body. Oops. Wrong ability. Funny. Walks on 5 legs and can't get a job.
Get back to the prison.
Because a Khajiit on skooma, huh? Nice.
Can't believe we found my mother alive. Well, you know what
Where's my torch? Where did he go? I want to loot the body. Where is it? That's no fun. Where is it? Forget about it. We'll loot the next one. I think I can travel faster in this form. Your computer screen just turned black. Do you have any power save settings turned on? Jeez, I'm like doing no damage to this guy. Finish liberation, Jess? Sweet.
Won't end well for you. Get us out while we can. Die!
Alright. Gosh, how much HP does this guy have? Can I level up any skills? I can level up one. Okay. Slow everything while you move faster. Yeah, your cable could have come loose. That actually seems probably the best choice for now. Okay. My sound's screwing up again. Alright. 1 second and I'll stop and restart the stream again.